Hello, I'm Alexander, and today we're taking a close look at the OMNITRONIC TRM-202MK3 Rotary mixer. The TRM-202MK3 is a rotary mixer that has been quietly gaining attention among DJs, myself included, who are curious about that classic analog workflow. What makes it especially interesting is that it doubles as a fantastic entry point into the world of rotary mixers. The mixer comes in a medium-sized box. Besides the mixer, you also get a power cord and a user manual. Right out of the box, the mixer feels solid. It has a full metal chassis and comes at 3.7 kilograms. The mixer is 19 cm wide, 10 cm high and 24 cm deep. The mixer also features Alps RK27 blue velvet potentiometers, 4-channel volume controls and isolator EQ. The RK27 Blue Velvet is a high-end, dual-unit stereo volume control potentiometer manufactured by Japanese Alps Corporation and is specially designed for top-class audio amplifiers and mixers. The top panel of the mixer is clean and it has a classic rotary design. Starting on the left, we have channel 1 controls, a large rotary volume knob, a Q button, 2-band EQ, and a phono line switch. While some may say 2-band EQ is not enough, the addition of the 3-band master isolator totally compensates it, offering precise and expressive control over the overall mix, and we'll get back to it in a moment. In the center, there's a small green power indicator. Then we have a Q control section where you can blend the headphone signal between Q and program, control the headphone output volume, and in addition, the mixer also has a split Q feature, and that was a very pleasant surprise. Above that section there are independent volume adjustments for master and booth outputs, as well as 10-digit stereo LED level meter. Just above the master volume there's also a dedicated microphone level control and a microphone on-off switch. On the right side we have channel 2 with its own volume control, a Q button, 2-band EQ, and a phono line switch. On top there is a 3-band isolator EQ with large knobs. They're smooth, precise and weighted, with just the right amount of resistance. The isolator EQ can do a full cut or provide up to 9 dB of gain per band, with crossover points set at 300 Hz and 4 kHz. If you never used an isolator EQ before, you're in for something genuinely exciting. Unlike a standard EQ, which only shapes frequencies, the isolator also allows you to completely remove low, mid or high frequencies with a single turn. The switches on the mixer have a firm and satisfying tactile click. While this isn't a boutique high-end mixer, it exceeded my expectations in terms of build quality and physical feel. On the front panel of the mixer there is an XLR microphone input and 6.3mm headphone output. Although the headphone output power is not specified, the mixer had no problems driving demanding headphones such as 300 ohm Sennheiser HD6XX, the 120 ohm AKG K701, and a 300 ohm Sivga SV023. Of course, these are not DJ headphones, and for reference, my Sennheiser HD25 is rated at just 70 ohms. I therefore used higher impedance models specially to better test the headphone output's capability. The back of the mixer and its layout is equally straightforward. Starting from the left, there is a power switch and power socket. The mixer has a universal power supply, making it suitable for use worldwide. Next are channel 2 inputs, with both phono and line RCA connections, a phono sensitivity attenuator, grounding terminal, and a line phono selector switch. This is followed by the master and booth outputs available in both XLR and RCA, as well as an additional RCA for record output. Finally, on the right, channel 1 input mirrors channel 2 with the same set of connections and controls. We have phono and line RCA inputs, a phono sensitivity attenuator, grounding terminal, and a line phono switch. If you've never used a rotary mixer before, the biggest shift is this. You stop thinking in terms of quick cuts and start thinking in terms of blending. Instead of line faders, you're using rotary knobs for volume. That alone changes your approach. You naturally make slower, more gradual transitions. One of the biggest reasons people love rotary mixers is the sound, and the TRM-202MK3 is no exception here. It delivers a surprisingly warm analog character for its price. There is a subtle richness to the audio. The signal is not overly colored, but it's definitely not sterile. Tracks feel a bit more alive, especially when you're layering them properly. The isolator section is another highlight. It's powerful and musical, allowing you to sculpt the mix in a very expressive way. This is where that mixing with your ears philosophy really shines, because you're shaping the sound in real time, reacting to what you hear rather than what you see. Now let's talk about accessibility. High-end rotary mixers can easily cost thousands. That makes them intimidating if you're just curious about the format, and the TRM-202MK3 removes this barrier. It gives you the core rotary experience: analog circuitry, isolator, smooth pots at a fraction of the price, and importantly, it doesn't feel like a compromise. Maybe you've been mixing on a standard DJ mixer for years and you're wondering what the rotary hype is all about. This is your entry point. You can explore a completely different style of DJing without committing to a massive investment. And honestly, even experienced DJs can appreciate this mixer as a secondary setup, something that helps you to reconnect with the mixing fundamentals. Now let's talk about something practical, how this mixer fits into a modern digital workflow. I've been using this mixer mainly with CDJs and Traktor, and the integration is actually pretty easy. With CDJs the process is straightforward, and I don't think we should waste time talking about how to connect a pair of RCAs to the mixer. With Traktor, as TRM-202MK3 is a fully analog mixer, you will need an external multi-output audio interface. In my case, that's Native Instruments A6. From there, you just connect the audio interface outputs to the line inputs on the mixer. What I love about this setup is the hybrid approach it creates. I control Traktor with machine and F1 controllers, and it handles track management, looping, and effects. But the actual mixing happens on the rotary mixer. So instead of mixing internally or with a controller, you are physically blending the audio externally. It forces you to engage more with the sound, and I found that I use fewer visual cues in Traktor now. I'm not staring at the screen as much, and I'm listening more carefully, making more deliberate transitions. It's a subtle shift, but it changes your entire mindset as a DJ. Let's summarize. The OMNITRONIC TRM-202MK3 isn't trying to compete with high-end boutique rotary mixers, but it gives you the rotary mixer essentials: a solid build, smooth controls, and a warm analog sound. It's a great starting point if you're curious about rotary mixing, and it's a refreshing alternative if you're feeling stuck in a purely digital workflow. And every time I use this mixer during my sets, It put a smile on my face. All in all, I can highly recommend this mixer to anyone looking to get into rotary mixers, as I think it offers exceptional value for the money. And that's all from me for today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you'd like to see more content like this, consider subscribing to the channel. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.